Steve here with Table Rock Tea Company, doing another product review on something that we absolutely love, but they are outrageously expensive. This is the Rubbermaid commercial wheelbarrow. I believe it is a 7.5 cubic foot, and I'm going to show you some of the modifications and features that we did to ours, why we like it, and why it's worth this outrageous amount of money. So let me show you this, and we'll kind of do a walk around. I know it's just a wheelbarrow, but wheelbarrow is important. We actually put down with these wheelbarrows something like 240 cubic yards of mulch this year. So these things have been used and abused. We've had some of ours from 2008. Now, we've done some modifications here. What we like about this wheelbarrow are a few things. First of all, it is a one-piece, heavy-duty, molded base. So the whole frame is one piece. Well, why is that important? Well, if you do what we're doing, which is using forklifts, or not forklifts, but pitchforks, you're gonna see all these scuffs, but what you don't see are rivets. And a lot of the wheelbarrows have rivets in them. Those will rust, those will break, those will get hit by the pitchforks and basically make it pretty much destroyed within a couple of seasons. So really like this. It's well balanced. You can see that it sort of sits on these pedestals here. Now, here's the issue, okay? These wheels. These are going to be custom wheels. I'm going to put a link in the comments on where you can buy the wheelbarrow, but you can really get those at Tractor Supply or anywhere local. You don't have to ship them, but these wheels are really important, and there's a bunch of different sizes. The issue here is that the wheels that come with the original are these plastic spoked, almost like the old BMX bikes from the 80s, those kind of wheels. When you fill this thing up, because again, it's a big capacity, it's 7.5 cubic feet. But when you fill that up, what ends up happening is if you hit sideways on a hill or something, we cracked, I think, 4 or 5 wheels last season. And so finally I just got sick of it. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna replace these with metal spoked wheels. But again, finding those is really difficult. Give you an idea on prices on these things. Crazy, okay? I think you're gonna pay about $300 for one of these wheelbarrows if you get it at Lowe's or Tractor Supply or even Amazon, more than likely. But then the wheels themselves, 50 bucks a whack. So you're talking we're up to $400. Then you have to buy another axle. So let me go ahead and zoom in here on that part. This is I think it's a 5/8 axle, I'm not sure. I'll put it in the description. And again, the link to this wheel, what you want to do is if you buy this wheel, and see these big beefy spokes, we haven't had any issues at all with these. But you're gonna need to replace the axle with a piece of threaded bar stock, right like that. And that size needs to match the ID of this, but it'll specify again in the link what is the appropriate ID, and then you just go to your local hardware store, buy a lock nut, some washers, and a piece of threaded bar stock. So why do we like these though so much? You can see how we put 2 of them together like this. So when we run our mulch, we have a skid steer, so we'll scoop the skid steer, that'll come up right here and it will dump them. If we had wheelbarrows that are the normal kind, which have the rounded lip, we would dump a bunch of the mulch on the ground. So what this lets us do is put them right together without any without any gap in between. And then yeah, it just really works well. So 1 scoop equals 2 wheelbarrows full, and that seems to work with us for our planting. So again, I will put a link in the comments to the wheels and probably to the wheelbarrows themselves. Crazy amount of money when you think about it, but if you spend 200 bucks on a wheelbarrow that only lasts you 1 season versus say 400 or 500 bucks on a wheelbarrow that has lasted us now over 10 years with pretty hard abuse, it ends up being worth it, but it's still pretty much an investment. So we're pretty particular about our wheelbarrows here. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned to see what else is brewing here at Table Rock Tea Company.